I have been working with the IoT and industrial internet as a leader of VTT programming on those topics. But today I'm going to talk about digital platforms and platform economy. And that's, okay. That's because I was leading a project on platform economy in Finland. This was so-called V&K project, so a specific project ordered by Prime Minister's office to look at certain aspects of platform economy in Finland, and we did it together with guys from VTT, Aalto University, and Etla, and it's available as a PDF from V&K website and Etla website, VTT website, Aalto website. Unfortunately, in Finnish only, but there's abstract in English. So that's a big background why I'm talking about this. The synopsis of today is that first a short discussion about the terms in platform economy, because they are confusing, at least for me they are confusing. People use the term platform in very many ways, and platform economy, digital platform also. Then we look at the situation from a Finnish point of view, how the Finnish companies have been using or entering this new trend or entering this business, and what's the situation in Europe compared to US and Asia. And then something about the threats, the opportunities, and three this kind of tentative suggestions where Finnish companies might benefit from entering platform economy very, very strongly. So I think this is a very typical view how companies should advance or develop towards more digital business, more service-oriented business. I think this is a familiar progress, and it's seen as a good trend to move from product business towards project, service, remote operation business, and finally being fully digital company. But it has also certain threats. I think that Jose Martin, who is the leader of and founder of Parabes consulting company, put it very, very, very nicely and very effectively, that when your business is digital, it's also very kind of fluent and lucid, and anybody can come from the side and kind of grab your business. And that's, of course, the danger when going to digital. Then about the term platform. It's used in various ways. I think that in industrial sense, the origin is from car industry, that you had certain wheelbase, certain number of centimeters or inches between the wheels, and you can build different kind of cars on top of that base or platform. Then you have the platforms like Nokia platform, where you had several models on the same technical platform. Then you can talk about a control point in a value network, like Windows or some other operating system in a business ecosystem. That's also a platform. Then there are organizational, these kind of very abstract platforms like Suomen Automaatioseura or OPC Foundation. But what we are talking today, or I'm talking in this presentation, is a kind of transaction platform, a place where business is done on a marketplace. And there are certain things attached or which characterize this kind of platform. And we will go to that in a detail. But you all know App Store, you all know Uber, you know Airbnb, and that's what people typically think and talk and they are typically kind of good examples of this kind of marketplace platforms. Unfortunately in Finnish, but I try to summarize in English this kind of definitions, so that digital platform is an information technology system with certain common principles, how you use it, how you can operate, how you can play there. And it's very essential that there are different actors working there. There's somebody usually owning the platform or providing it. Then there are customers, there are developers. It's a place for innovations where the customers can come and buy services or products. And also the word jointly, yhdessä, is very essential. Then when you talk about digital platform economy, it's a situation where this kind of digital platforms are somehow in a definitive position in the market, so that the business model is dominant, that the platform-based business model is dominant. And I think that you can say that, for example, in music business today, because of the streaming type of things. Maybe in some places in let's say, web-based commerce or shopping is in a platform economy defined world. And typical or characteristic is that the capital investments are very low compared to more traditional business. The transaction costs and unit costs are low. It's scalable, and it's based on data, and it's based very much on algorithms. Like if you think about Uber and App Store and so on, there are algorithms which are quite clever, and that's the kind of the key property or the key asset of the platform company. Certain characteristics for platform economy and digital platform. Network effects. If you have only 5 customers, you don't need a platform. You can call them and do the business like that. But if you have 1,000 or 1 million customers, then the network effects are clear, and that it's digital and kind of automatic is very important. Multi-sided market. So it's not one-to-one, and it's not actually this kind of value chain is not maybe a full-fledged platform. It might be a platform, but it's multi-sided in that there's somebody who owns or develops and runs the platform itself. Then there are somebody providing, or many partners providing some services or products there, and then there are customers, and the customers might also be a different kind of customers. And complements meaning that each party working in this platform has something unique to bring in. Then a term which is a kind of fancy, cooperative boundary resources. But it's actually very clear when you think about it, that there are, of course, the technical boundary resources which ensure compatibility, and I think that the OPC UA is very much of that type of thing. You have SDKs, you have interfacing APIs, you have function scripts and protocols and that kind of stuff. A bunch of or collection of things which make it technically possible to work together. But then you have also this kind of more like agreement things like rights and liabilities, how to share profit, how to deal with immaterial rights, commonly shared idea of the earning logic, that the platform owner takes 10% or 30% and you get 70% and so on, and how the payments go and so on. Also liability sharing is important. Then instructions, documentation and so on. And often user experience is very important, that the look and feel what you get is same regardless who is actually doing the service. If you think about Amazon, there are many shops behind the Amazon or Alibaba, but the look and feel and the user experience should be similar. Then you can talk about open versus closed. So you can talk some kind of platform inside a company or supply chain or with the subcontractors or customers, but somehow limited. And then there's this kind of fully open, multi-sided platforms where competition is between the suppliers. I think that, for example, app stores are typically these kind of things. Then comparing who is doing business in and who is kind of succeeding there. It's North America, so it's mainly US, and Asia, and that's China first, then Japan, then India. Europe is doing not so good, Finland, and here the numbers are very big. It's based on this kind of review or report, and it's maybe they are not all purely platform companies, because now I think last year and this year something like more than half or 80% of the top companies in New York Stock Exchange, they say they are platform companies. So it's very hype term, but you get the drift that America, Asia are very big, and Europe is kind of behind. I think that the European Union, the economic commissars and the people in Commission are quite worried about this, and they have started some actions. And Finnish government is very worried. There's a lot of action in the ministry and in Tekes and so on about this. And also I think that the companies realize it. So this is the situation in Finland. We conducted some interviews, or many interviews, but what I'm presenting here on the right side is that we looked at more than 100 companies, their websites. What do they offer to their partners and their customers on their websites? Is there SDK? Is there API? Is there agreement model that, okay, if you enter digital commerce with or digital cooperation with us, here is the agreement model? Or is it missing? And you see a lot of zeros here, so meaning missing. And only few companies seem to be kind of advanced here or taken this, and they are not typical what you think when you say companies. Yleisradio is the national TV and radio company is among the best, and some others. Then there are companies who have closed or partial platforms, and if they are closed, they are not openly seen here. But also the situation in the interview showed that many companies they are not ignorant of this, but they have not just yet moved on. It might be on their strategy, they might be a bit worried about this, but they haven't actually started yet. Some companies have taken the approach that they join, let's say, Microsoft-based or somebody else's platform, and they are kind of offering there something. Like the music producer is producing on Apple platforms, so some engineering company might go to bigger company's platform. But anyhow, the situation is a bit worrisome for Finnish industry. Then, kind of three tentative ideas or maybe teasers or something to think about. What would be the opportunities for digital platforms? And I have taken three kind of big areas: technology industry, so mechanical engineering type of companies, forest sector, and this healthcare and social services sector. First, if we think about the technology industry, we have number of leading companies in Finland which are leading in their area, elevators, cranes, this kind of power plants and so on. You know the companies, or harvesters, forest harvesters and so on. And typically their customer segment and product segment is very different, so they don't directly compete with each other. So what about could they have a common technical platform, and on top of which they could kind of build some business, maybe service business, remote operation business, spare parts business, or additional service business, so that they could share the cost of initial building a platform, and they could kind of control the platform so that it wouldn't be a big German company or big American company or big Chinese company controlling the platform, but it would be let's say Finnish or European control. It could be owned by the platform itself, could be owned by an independent business, or some kind of joint venture between these companies. So this was the first kind of tentative idea or suggestion. Then forest industry supply side. How many of you or your family have some kind of small forest lot or place in some few hectares? So the forest ownership in Finland is fragmented, so there's number of small forest owners who are contacted by these companies to offer certain digital services. At least I get every now and then from Stora Enso or UPM or Metsä Group that, okay, open up because there's a public data available which can be made only open to this company if one here gives the permission. And it's very fragmented. They develop 3 competing services. What about if there would be kind of cooperation with competition on a forest platform, and it could be serving these companies, serving the customers, also smaller sawmills and smaller buyers. Then there are other organizations like metsänhoitoyhdistykset and stuff. And if these could share a joint platform, I think that would kind of digitalize this area and bring benefit to all of these parties. And the third one, sorry, this is in Finnish, but we have this big national transformation in the social security and healthcare business or area, and coming in 2 years, and now it has been very kind of top-down, very this kind of officially or government-led system, but it should become more open, more innovative, and more competitive on the supply side too, and more freedom for the patient or the customer. We already have certain information systems in place, many competing patient data systems, one joint national patient data or health data system, which would be open also for the patient or customer, him or herself. And then we have the wellness sector with a lot of applications like the smartwatches and systems which are coming from the sports side closer to the wellness and healthcare system. And what if we could create some kind of platform here for serving the customers, serving the patients, and also giving the companies ability to offer their services to 5 million people. And maybe if this works well, this could be also extended to other countries as a service system, so that it would not only be in Finland. So these were the 3 things I wanted to, or propositions I would like to so that you can think about these, and maybe there are some opportunities which you could then take on. Then if thinking about individual company, I think that there's a lot of hype in the platform economy. Not necessarily it will change the world. I'm a bit skeptical about that, but it's a big thing anyhow. And I think that each company should go through carefully what it does mean to your business. Is there a chance or risk of disruption, and can you benefit from it, or is it a threat to you? And if it affects your business somehow, what role do you want to take? Do you want to be a partner on somebody else's platform? Fine. Or do you want even to develop and host your own platform? So kind of bold move to take the business, like Uber is threatening taxi business, the traditional taxi business. So maybe your company could reshape some area of business and take bigger share, or maybe a closed platform within your partner network. Or if you say that it doesn't concern us, fine, but then I think that you have to have very good arguments. Maybe your board of directors will ask after 5 years or 3 years, why didn't we go to this business, or why didn't we react? And then if it changes your business, then you should prepare for good arguments. Okay, that was what I wanted to say you about this platform economy and digital platforms. Yeah, I think we have time for questions.
Okay.